I would deal with them in a way that was probably more black and white all the time. And I have found that I still have very strong convictions about the things that I believe based on my faith, but the lines are not quite as black and white anymore. That there's a blurring to be able to go beyond my rigidness that I had once had in order to be more compassionate to someone based on their ethnicity or their culture or their religious beliefs. And I feel like it helps me relate to people a lot better, especially students and coworkers.
One of the first days I noticed that, well, I mean, just watching and learning from Preeti and Deepa, how they, after every, you know, it made me feel so comfortable to be able to speak in their classroom. And then all I kept thinking while I was sitting in their classroom, like learning about all these things that I really did not have much background knowledge on, the different religions, and made me think, wow, you know, I hope my kids feel okay to raise their hand, and you know, because whenever, if I did raise my hand and offer an answer, it might not have been exactly what they were looking for, but I never felt like, oh, that was wrong, I shouldn't have said that. They were so accepting to everything I had to say. And so I wanted to make sure when I came to my classroom that I was doing the same for my students. And one day, I noticed it one day first in math, and it just made me think, oh my gosh, this is not only, you know, about us, you know, the, you know, science or social studies. This is about math, this is about English, this is about everything, all subject areas, and that we do. So it definitely applies to our elementary classroom, you know. And for instance, like a student had found an answer on a math problem this one particular way, the way that we're most often used to seeing was the algorithm up and down. But another student presented another way to find it, found the same way, and I thought, there is no right or wrong way. I mean, if something as concrete as math, that yes, there's one answer, but there's all different ways to get there. And just thinking, this is, and it made me connect back to that global literacy, those courses. To talk to them about it. When they say their holiday, I don't have to ask what that holiday is anymore. I can say, oh, you celebrate this, and you do this and this and this. And they kind of look at you shocked that someone else is actually learning about them. And then they feel safe, I want to say, because they don't feel like they're the outsider.
Library, and the ELL class is right off the library. So, for one thing, I am meeting students from all kinds of diverse backgrounds, from all different countries, and I feel that it helps me be compassionate, be understanding. It helps me to have a whole different set of beliefs around that student, about what they're thinking, about their culture and their home, and I feel like I can relate to them very well.
It's integral to the student's achievement for teachers to be lifelong learners and constantly take new information in that you don't necessarily have the chance to get an opportunity to take anywhere else in life, or without some great opportunity like the one we've been given, so that you can constantly be on top of your game. As a teacher, I can learn more, always keep myself feeling like I'm on edge with new information and old information, but looking at it in a new way. I think that only makes you a better teacher, and it changes how you talk to your students every day. And I think students definitely pick up on teachers knowing contemporary things and being able to connect that to other ideals.
It's a great class. Just from a continual learner perspective, I think that a lot of times we get kind of in a rut or in a pattern. You know, we do our lesson plans, we come, we teach, and then we go home and grade, and we get up and we do it again, and it's like 5 shows a day, but you get kind of in almost by rote sometimes. And I think something that's great about this class is that it revitalizes you. It has you thinking, it has you learning, it has you, at least for me personally, it has me excited about learning again and being able to think about how I can bring this stuff into my students. So I think that it's so worthwhile.
Classes, in my opinion, should be, I don't want to use the word mandatory, but encouraged only because they change you as a person. And I find that my interactions, not only with my colleagues, but also with the students that I work with, has dramatically changed. I don't know how you can separate the person from the educator, or vice versa. It's really it's had a huge impact in my life. I mean, we were required to take sexual harassment and hazardous material in-service training at the beginning of each year. I don't have big barrels of chemicals in my room, but I do have big barrels of kids, and I just think that it's really important for us to realize who it is that we're working with, and to be able to look at the complete child as opposed to just compartments of.
I feel that these classes are valuable for all our faculty to take. New teachers like me, teachers that have been teaching many years, and teachers, the veteran teachers. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are in your career. I feel like you can take a lot from this.